Hi, Gardner. Buying a property is the biggest financial commitment you're likely to make, so getting it right and getting the right advice is absolutely crucial. So I'm going to tell you why you might want to consider using Gardner Financial Management to help you with this process, and what I'm then going to do is give you 5 tips to get yourself ready to get that mortgage organised and to buy that property. So why GFM? We've been in the business now of helping clients get on the property ladder for nearly 30 years. So we've got a wealth of experience and we've done this numerous times for other clients. We're independent, so what that means is we can search the market to make sure we get you the best deal. But to be honest, that bit of the work is absolutely a piece of cake. Finding a mortgage product, basically a mortgage product can be sourced in 30 seconds, and in fact most of you out there could probably go onto a numerous number of websites and put your basic details in and get a list of products that are available. That isn't the bit of the process that you're going to value if you come and work with us. The knowledge and the experience we bring and our relationships with the lenders is the reason why you're going to work with us. Especially in the current climate, lenders are getting stricter and tougher in terms of what they want and what they want to see to justify giving a mortgage out. In the current climate, it's becoming even more difficult to get mortgages as lenders start to tighten up and protect themselves from any potential downside in the marketplace. We know the market, so we're dealing with clients every day, and knowing criteria and knowing what different lenders will accept and where their niches are, I think is really important. So we will work with you based on your circumstances to make sure you get the absolute best mortgage deal for your own circumstances. We will talk you through the various options, whether you should fix the mortgage, whether you should go for a tracker, whether you go for a shorter term or a longer term. We can talk through all of those options with you. The most important thing is we package the case together and we case manage the process. So once we've selected the mortgage, that's the easy job. Then it's a case of getting that mortgage through the system, and we have a guide that we send to clients. That's a 7-step process that walks you through each stage of the mortgage buying process, and that's what we do for you. All of our clients are required to register on our client portal, and this means we can communicate with you in a secure way, and any documentation that's required will be able to be sent to us in a nice secure fashion. So here are my top tips to make sure the mortgage process and the buying of your dream home goes as smoothly as possible. Number 1, speak to an advisor as early as possible. Get them to do an affordability, get them to get you a mortgage agreed in principle, get you an agreement that says you're able to get a certain mortgage. That means you've been credit checked, your income's been checked, and in principle that lender will give you the money you need to buy your property. You'll also be able to get an idea of what your monthly costs will be, and also the advisor should be able to give you hints and tips on making sure the mortgage process runs as smoothly as possible. Number 2, get your finances in order. So make sure you have all the paperwork you're going to need to submit a mortgage. So that's your bank statements, your pay slips, your P60. If you're self-employed or a director of a limited company, your last 2 or 3 years accounts and self-assessment statements. Lenders are going to require this, and if you have all that ready and at hand at the start of the process, it makes it much easier. Number 3, credit score. Now your credit score is vitally important that it's correct. What I would suggest is that before you start the process, if you have any doubts, get a copy of your credit file. Lenders use different systems to check your credit file. Some use Experian, some use Equifax. So what we would suggest is that you use Check My File, as this will check both of these systems, so you'll have a good indication of what the lenders will be able to see when they run their credit checks. Obviously, the higher the credit score, the better the chance it is of you getting the mortgage and of you getting a better deal. Check that you're on the voters roll, check that your address history is correct, and make sure there are no adverse credit entries on your file that shouldn't be there. Number 4, the bigger the deposit, the better. The bigger the deposit, the better. It means you're borrowing less money for a start, that's the obvious one, But most lenders, their deals operate in tiers. In other words, the more money that goes in, the better the deal they're going to offer you. Also, the greater chance you have of getting the right decision on the mortgage if you're going to put more money into it yourself. Number 5, buy the right property. Most lenders are quite conservative here, so anything unusual or outside the norm, they're generally going to have a bit of a problem with it. So anything over commercial premises is generally a bit of a problem for a lot of lenders. Anything that's non-standard construction, again, they're not happy with that. Most lenders are gonna fight against that. So really, you're looking for places that are built of good old-fashioned bricks and mortar. If you have any doubt, get some independent surveys done prior to buying the house. This also would apply to properties that are old and maybe listed. Again, you should do a bit of extra research to check that lenders would be happy to accept that type of property. So I hope that helped. And as always, if you have any questions at all on anything we've raised here, I'm more than happy for you to message me directly. But as always, look after yourself, look after your money, because money matters. Thank you.